Hello everyone and welcome to Options Paycheck Live. I'm back with my update on my portfolio and my trades. You can see last week I collected premium of $566, which means overall since April 2025 I collected over $7,000, almost $8,000, and annualized return on investment from premiums is 32% and 32.64%. When we look at the trades I did last week, there was few things that were quite interesting. I collected premiums from Nvidia and I collected premiums from puts and calls from Gamestop. I did covered calls on Google as well, and I did cash secured puts on Mistral, and the puts were assigned. As of now, I will continue with the review of the week's result and how I'm doing against the index, and then I will go to the details of my trades in the Google Sheet. So overall, last week I had my performance was 1%, 1.25%. This is how much my portfolio grew last week. Overall, since April 2025, the portfolio, so this is not annualized returns from premium, but this is the portfolio overall grew 38%, 99.99, which is almost 39%. So I'm still beating S&P 500 by quite a lot, and I'm also beating Nasdaq by almost 5%. If you look at the portfolio allocation, I have big positions. I have three big positions basically. One is in GameStop, one is since last week in Mistral, and the third one is in Google. Yeah, the distribution is more or less even, with Mistral being the biggest one, 42,000, and then GameStop and Google. I have a small position in Nvidia still, and also in CLIR Technologies. As you could see from this table, I sold my position in Cleveland Cliffs because the position grew over 30%, and I actually wanted to have cash on selling cash secured puts for Mistral, and so therefore I sold Cleveland Cliffs with a very nice profit of 30%, and then start selling Mistral puts. Right, so let me go to the detail of last week, and we can have a look on also on the week before, because last week I couldn't stream. So maybe just briefly, the week before this week I collected premium of $663, and maybe the most interesting play I had was the Mistral puts. So actually I sold puts for strike price of $367. It was quite interesting because I was considering actually stepping in and really like buying Mistral, but then again I was looking for lower price, right? The price started to go up, and so I rolled the puts actually to higher position to $390, and so overall on Mistral actually, as the position or as the price was growing, I collected over $550 just on Mistral. So this was 2 weeks ago, last week, I had a position in Mistral, so it was cash secured puts. I collected $231, and the strike price was $325. And as you could see, the position was assigned. Of course, if I bought the week before, I would have $60 cheaper price. Well, that's how it is often, right? But to get this position or this cash secured put in Mistral, as I was selling, right, I had to close Cleveland Cliffs, and also I had cash secured puts on Nvidia with the strike price of $160, and I closed actually this during the week, and so that I had cash for Mistral puts. On Nvidia, I got a premium of $166, and again, this is nice example of um, of the situation that selling cash secured puts in bull market is not as profitable as owning the stock, right? You could see it here on Mistral that it would be way better actually to have the stock and selling calls. And again, for Nvidia, the same, right? I would be overall, like the portfolio would grow much more if I own the stock and was selling covered calls. Where I have position is Google, and here I was selling covered calls. The premium collected was $66 last week, and annualized return on investment from such premium would be 19%. So you can see actually from the above, right, that the puts, they have better annualized return, but of course with the calls you get if the price of the stock is growing, you get more money from the position itself. Then for Gamestop, I had cash secured puts. But on GameStop, interesting thing is there are very high fees, and you can see it here, right? The week before, while the fees on Mistral and Google and even Nvidia, right, are quite cheap, then the fees actually on GameStop are pretty expensive. So it was 4 puts, and to sell it and then close it, it cost me actually $6.50. And so therefore, while the premium and the price of puts, while I had profit actually on the price difference itself, then with the fees I had small loss, but it was then compensated actually with selling the puts for Mistral, right? So I sold puts for $239. And yeah, also what I did last week was selling covered calls on Gamestop, annualized return 16%, which is okay, and $104 in premium. So this was for last week. Unfortunately, I cannot show you my interactive brokers because the site is not working right now. But what I can show you is what trades I'm planning actually for next week. So I'm owning position in Mistral, Google, and GameStop, and I have enough shares to sell covered calls. So for Mistral, I'm going to sell covered calls with strike price of $475, and I am planning to sell it for $2.50 per one stock, so 250 per the whole contract. Annualized return would be 30%. Um, let's see how this will evolve. I'm sort of expecting actually that the price will jump at the beginning. There was this drop, quite significant drop, and the price might rebound because the price of Bitcoin is sort of uh, stable, and I think what we saw there is basically that on Friday the price was dropping, and there was risk, of course, that the price might be dropping a lot during the weekend, which seems that has not happened. Let's see. We still have a few more hours to go before the market opens. But if the price holds, then the price of Mistral should rebound back. Um, the the way how I read it, and how I'm thinking about this is basically that the price of Mistral was dropping sort of as a hedge um, for the potential price drop or during the weekend, right? Um, we will see on Monday what will happen, but I would expect that it might actually bounce back. And so my covered calls are with delta of 10, and so means there's 10% chance, mathematically or statistically speaking, there's 10% chance uh, that the calls will be assigned. And also when we look at the options, we should check actually if there is we will check max pain, but also we should check open interest. So let's check max pain. So as of now, it seems like 430 or 20, this is current price, right? So max pain 425, and open interest. Let's have a look, and we will do monthly as well, right? So it's nothing spectacular this week, and we will also check the immediate strike prices. If there is potentially options ramp up. No, it looks all right. So there is quite a few actually options with the strike price of 500, but then uh, there is no options ramp up, right? So you don't have like contracts really stack up here with the lower prices that would drive the price towards 500. There is this 450, but it's quite far, so I don't expect really the price to be driven too much up just by the calls. Maybe it's interesting also to look at the puts. So people seems to be hedging or yeah, well, insuring. Uh, it's the to call to buy puts. It's sort of insurance for your position, right? So people are insuring the position or price for 420, then 400, and then significant level is 300, 250, and 200. Well, we will see what the Bitcoin will be doing. If the price holds, then the price of the Mistral position should hold as well. In June, during June, um, let's check what was Bitcoin doing. So it was in June, it was somewhere here, right? So the price was 105. If the price was dropping 100, 205, potentially we would see the drop by maybe 10% in Mistral as well. But if the price holds, the price of Mistral should hold as well, as the price is significantly linked to Bitcoin and just leveraged. All right, so I will be selling covered calls on Mistral. As I said, I will be selling with price 475, and if the price rebounds back on Monday market open, I should be also able to sell it for 250, at least as a premium. Then next one, what I have is Google, and for Google, this is Mistral still, but for Google, we will have results next week. And so I'm setting the price for $202 strike price for covered calls, and I'll be I think I'll be well positioned actually to not be assigned. And again, if this is assigned, I will be having quite nice gain actually from the position itself. Um, it's moving. The price is moving in this channel, so I expect it will be moving still in this channel. It might actually it's getting closer to oversold, so it might be that there is also this resistance, like this level 186, 85, 86. It seems like resistance. Maybe there will be even stronger at 190. If the momentum remains, then we will be heading towards 190 in oversold territory, and it means it might actually break through. Let's see what the results will be. But covered calls, I'm planning for strike price 202, and I expect to get a premium of $82. And the last one is GameStop. So here my strike price is $26, and let's check the price. So look, I put the price right at the resistance level. We are not near, like we are closer to oversold rather than overbought. So I don't expect really that the resistance would be broken. Also, we are not necessarily really moving strongly upwards, right? It can happen. The stock can be volatile, so let's check the options if there is anything that we should be aware of or worried. So no significant open interest, and let's have a look actually how it's stack up. So the biggest open interest is at the price of 25, and then there is gap, and then 26, way smaller open interest. So with the price of $26, we should be quite safe. It might be actually that this will drive the price up towards $25. Let's see. It's possible. It's possible. All right. But I will keep $26. So then Uh, if the premium will be sold this way, then I will collect overall $450 as a premium, and I'll be on track on getting 30% annualized return just from premiums on my capital. All right, so this is it. I don't think there's anything else I would like to share for today. Maybe I will connect during the week, but if not, then I will connect latest during the weekend again with the Sunday planning, and I will share also my performance from the last week. Thank you very much for watching, and hear you next week. Cheers.